down by the bend where the wildflowers grew. An old oak tree bearing scars deep and true. There an empty cabin sits, wearing years of sun, echoes of laughter where two hearts once spun. Oh, the porch still groans under ghostly weight. Dust swirls where you dance too cruel, too late. The saddle untouched, the reins lay in despair. Abandoned ranch lingers like the scent of your hair. Gravel roads whisper tales of boots long gone. In the twilight, shadows stretch and yawn. Once we chased dreams through these fading trails. Now just empty chairs, old mails, and rusted nails. Oh, the porch still groans under ghostly weight. Dust swirls where you dance too cruel, too late. The saddle untouched, the reins lay in despair. Abandoned ranch lingers like the scent of your hair. Under the vast prairie sky, I confess to the stars my regrets and that old blue dress. Rain may fall, cleansing my weary soul, but in the silent heart your echo takes its toll. So I'll roam with the wind against my face, from the chapel to the bar, each forgotten place. Yet your memory binds like the cold earth clings to my boots, to my dreams, as a lone coyote sings. Abandoned ranch lingers, a whisper through the pines. In the heart of a cowboy, where the past never truly dies.
On Lonesome Hill, neath the whispering oak, where the sunset bleeds its crimson stroke, I etched our names in the bark so deep, a promise I swore I'd always keep. The wind carries dust of ancient tales over worn-out boots and forgotten trails, where we once danced just shadows now, cast by the branches' solemn vow. Lonesome Hill said nothing, but I heard it all. The silence of your absence at the twilight's call. Every leaf a whisper of the days gone by. Underneath the weeping willow, I still hear you sigh. Years drifted by like clouds on high gravel roads, and that old porch swing side, the cabin stands, but you're long gone. Just echoes of our sweet dawn song. The scarf you left sways in the breeze like a soft goodbye amidst the trees. I walk these paths alone, unspoken, with only memories as my token. said nothing, but I felt the weight of love lost to time and the cruel hand of fate. Every stone and stirrup, every fading trail marks the map of our story, now a lonesome tale. Oh, how the rain recalls your smile, washing over me, mile after lonesome mile. And in the quiet of the falling night, I find your warmth in the starlight's quiet light. Lonesome Hill says nothing, yet I hear your voice. In the rustling leaves I linger, I rejoice. Though you're a whisper on the hill's soft crest, in my heart's secluded cabin you forever rest. Fading into the sunset where our dreams once flew, Lonesome Hill knows everything, and it misses you too.
By the whispers of the oak trees, where the wild rivers wend, there's a dusty gravel pathway where our summers fell behind. We danced beneath the heavens where the stars would softly lie, but the back road closed her eyes, my love, the day we said goodbye. Oh, the scars we bear, deep as canyons wide, songs of yesteryears in the saddle where I ride. Every sunset's bleed, every dawn's pale rise tells the tale of the road she closed her eyes. Gone a laughter from the porch swing, the cabin stands alone, faint the echo of the love songs we once made our very own. Our scarf tied to the old gate, not just a flag of my demise. Love's trail went cold the night the back road closed her eyes. Oh, the scars we bear, deep as canyons wide, songs of yesteryears in the saddle where I ride. Every sunset's bleed, every dawn's pale rise speaks the silent in the roads where dreams capsize. There's a stillness in the hollow where the creek used to flow, a quiet neath the willow where our whispers used to go. If heartaches were a river, mine would reach the prairie skies, flowing past the back road where you closed your eyes. So ride on my weary spirit beneath the endless western skies, past the memories and the shadows where our old love gently lies. I'll carry you in silence as the eagle softly flies along the back road eternal where you closed your eyes. Let the wind speak of the sorrow as the dust against the sun dies, forever on the back road where my heart still cries. out by the oak tree where the wildflowers sigh. I first saw her smile with the sun in her eyes under that broad sky where our dreams used to fly. Her laughter would linger like clouds in blue skies. His shadow hides on the old porch where we kissed, in the creak of the saddle, in the evening soft mist. Every gravel road whispers her name through the pines. His heart rides the wind where her memory entwines. The cabin sits empty, the doors open wide, like the gap in my heart since she left my side. The path's overgrown where we once used to tread, through meadows and moonlight where our promises were said. His shadow hides on the old porch where we kissed, in the creak of the saddle, in the evening soft mist. Every gravel road whispers her name through the pines. His heart rides the wind where her memory entwines. Now the sunset bleeds red over land she once roamed. This cowboy's alone, his heart's without home. No more her soft whisper, just the wind's lonely sound. But her scent in the rain on this parched, dusty ground. His shadow hides where our old dreams lie asleep, in the rustle of leaves, in the secrets they keep. Through the whispers of time, down the trails that unwind, his soul's tethered still to the love left behind. Let his heart ride the wind, let her memory entwine, in the shadows and dust where the past can't resign. His shadow hides, and with each setting sun, feels everything deep, yet says nothing, rides on. Out here where the oak trees whisper low, under vast skies where the wild rivers flow, found a scarf you left on the old porch swing, faded red like the sunset promises spring. Each thread a tale, each color a burn on my heart, neath the star where we turn. Saddle burns and the dust of the road, lonely tracks where our stories were once told. Memories ride like shadows beside, under the moon in the quiet where they hide. Could a man find peace in a wandering light, or just echoes of you and a heart cut by a knife? Gravel roads leading down to empty cabins old,
Footprints gone in the dust, heart gone cold. Echo laughs in the wind, now just sighs. Not even the rain can hide these tearful eyes. Where once was a fire, now just smoky remains. In the chill of the night, only silence explains. Saddle burns and the dust of the roll on the tracks where our stories were once told. Memories ride like shadows beside. Under the moon in the quiet where they hide, could a man find peace in a wandering life? Or just echoes of you and a heart cut by night? Sometimes they whisper on the prairie comes clear, tales of times when love felt so near. A dance, a laugh, a kiss stolen in jest. So these trails, how they put a soul to test. So saddle burns, oh the scars of the past, grit and tears, and moments that last, letting go in the winds that sweep through. Forever bound on these trails to the ghost of you. Hear the sigh of the night as it closes the day. A cowboy rides on, but his heart will stay.
I rode down past a canyon road, boots worn thin, a heart full of load. That old wind still whispers her name. Since she left, nothing feels the same. My hat's tilted, sun hanging low. The whiskey burns, but it's all I know. Got a picture of her in my coat, and a goodbye she never wrote. Just dust and whiskey, and a memory that won't die. Love like fire, burned under open sky. Now I'm chasing shadows in the heat and the haze, trying to outrun her ghost for days. Dust and whiskey, that's all she left behind. We used to dance in the old saloon, her laugh outshined every tune. Now it's just smoke and a lonesome song, played by a man who got it all wrong. I talked to stars she used to name, pour another glass to ease the blame. But every sip just takes me back to her sundress in that one dirt track. Just dust and whiskey, and a memory that won't die. Love like fire, burned under open sky. Now I'm chasing shadows in the heat and the haze, trying to outrun her ghost for days. Dust and whiskey, that's all she left behind. If I could turn this horse around, I'd ride back to that sleepy town. But some things ain't made to last, like train smoke and a lover's past. Dust and whiskey, and her name in the wind. A story I keep living again and again. And if you find her out there
In the shadow of the mesa where the oak trees used to stand, I found the scarf you left behind, now faded in my hand. The cabin's door still creaks the same on hinges worn and gray. It echoes with each step I take since you in the rain walked away. The rain walked away with your laughter, left silence wide and deep, like the riverbeds now dry and cracked where our promises sleep. Underneath that vast prairie sky where once we lay, all I hear is the echo of your steps since the rain walked away. This old porch remembers us, its boards worn down with time, where we watched the sunsets bleed into night, your hand resting in mine. But the gravel roads are empty now, the trails have all but faded, just like the love we swore would last, now gone and all but jaded. The rain walked away with your laughter, left silence wide and deep, like the riverbeds now dry and cracked where our promises sleep. Underneath that vast prairie sky where once we lay, all I hear is the echo of your steps since the rain walked away. Maybe towns like these, with dust settled so still, are just places for the heart to break, not places meant to heal. I saddle up to ride again through winds that whisper pain of a love that's just another ghost, like the rain. The rain walked away with the best of my years. Through the dust I see you clear, your smile through the tears. I'll carry this old heart of mine down roads where memories sway, still searching for a reason why the rain walked away. Yes, forever asking why did the rain walk away? Out by the windy oaks of old, where whispers haunt the air, I found your flannel shirt threadbare draped on that wooden chair. The porch creaks underfoot, speaks soft of days when you were near, rustling leaves and the sunset's gold. It's here I feel you, dear. Flannel shirt burns in the dying light, my heart yearns for your touch in the cold twilight where memory turns. Each thread a story, a whispered sigh, in this quiet prairie town under that vast empty sky. Gone now the laughter, coffee steams alone at dawn, empty boots by the door, echo of a love withdrawn. Dusty trails stretch out like fingers from a forgotten hand. Riding these plains, my shadow's the only thing that stands. Flannel shirt burns in the fading light. My soul yearns for your scarf in the chill of night where the candle burns. Each thread a promise, a silent cry in this hollow cabin life under the vast endless sky. In the whisper of the creek I hear your name, it's calling soft to me along the gravel roads under the oak tree shade. We were meant to be. Here I stand amidst the dust and rain, holding on to memories like the earth holds on to pain. Flannel shirt burns in the twilight's embrace. My mind turns to the love lost in this silent, sacred place, where my heart yearns, each ember a chapter closed, a dream that dies. On this lonely trail I walk, where the old flannel shirt lies. Let it burn, let it fade with the sunset's last light as the colors all cascade, where the oak whispers low under the stars' gentle glow. I'll remember, always remember as I go. Out on the edge where the wild oaks stand, I found a scarf, blue as the deep night sky, on Lonesome Hill where our dreams ran free, beneath the boundless, ever watchful eye. Oh, Lonesome Hill sleeps, but I'm wide awake with the ghost of your whisper dancing in the wind. The sunset paints your absence in shade so deep, where the trail of our love grew cold and thin. The porch still creaks like it's calling out the shadows that sway where you once stood by. Rain taps the roof in a slow, sad rhythm, speaking of tears that an old sky cried. Oh, Lonesome Hill sleeps, but I'm wide awake, feeling the brush of your laughter, light as a breeze. Every star up above is a memory faded, caught in the branches of old oak trees. I've ridden past the echoes of our laughter, down gravel roads that know my silent plea. In the heart of the dust where my tears fall is the piece of my soul that you took from me. Yes, Lonesome Hill sleeps, and perhaps so should I, in the cradle of the valley where my heart lies low, letting go of the reins under the vast old sky, where the winds of yesterday softly blow. So ride on, my sorrow, ride on through the night, Lonesome
hill sleeps, and that I must learn to say goodbye. Under the shadow of an old oak tree where the whiskey carved your name next to mine, we watched the sun bleed into rocky plains as if the earth knew it cried for our twilight time. The wind whispered secrets through the tall grass, your scarf danced like a wildflower dream. There on that porch, time was a gentle pass in a quiet town where love was the theme. Oh, whiskey carved on the bark of a fading heart. The trails of tears, the trails of dust as we drift apart. The memories rust, a whiskey carved where my soul got caught. Now the oak stands long against the raging storm, our names erased by the hands of rain. The cabin empty, the leather worn along the gravel roads where echoes retain no laughter under the porch light, just silent shades, the scarf you left, now frayed and torn, each thread a tale of those sweet bygone days, faded like the fabric, weathered and worn. Oh, whiskey carved on the bark of a fading heart. The trails of tears, the trails of dust as we drift apart. The memories rust, oh, whiskey carved where my soul got caught. In the stillness of the night, I feel the pulse of old trails. Every star step you took away from this fading tale. And the moon, oh the moon, where's your face in its pale light, guiding my dreams to where love once burned so bright. Oh, whiskey carved my heart forever marked underneath the skies where our old love sparks in the quiet of the leaving, in the solace of the dark. Oh, whiskey carved forever, you are my heart's stark mark. Whiskey carved in the soul of this lonely lark. Out by the old Dixon line, where the oak tree stands alone, I carved our names inside a heart now overthrown by stone. The prairie wind whispers through the grass, a soft and sorrow tone. It's where I last held you close for this life I roam. But the fence fades under the weight of years, just like the love we lost, drowned in silent tears. And every sunset bleeds a color I once knew, out where the wild heart grieves beneath the sky so blue. These boots have wandered far since the porch light dimmed out, past empty cabins, down gravel roads filled with doubt. The saddle's worn, the scarf you gave is frayed along the edge.
Every trail I ride, a fading line, a broken pledge. The fence fades under the weight of years, just like the love we lost, drowned in silent tears. And every sunset bleeds a color I once knew, out where the wild heart grieves beneath the sky so blue. In the quiet towns where shadows lay their claim, I feel you like the soft, forgiving rain. Yet I wander still, a ghost among the dust, chasing echoes of a love in the winds I trust. Yes, the fence fades, swallowed by the land, like my heart's lines, drawn in the shifting sand. As the darkness feeds on the last light's view, I'm holding on to a memory forever lost to you. As the fence fades, and so do I, beneath the mournful, endless sky.
In the shadow of an oak, where the soft winds used to speak, lies a field where dandelions touch the sky. We carved our names on aged wood beneath the sun's gentle peak, where echoes of our laughter will never die. Oh, how the dandelion field fades under the weight of time. Saddles worn and scarves left frayed by trails of dust. Each sunset bleeds like the heart I can't reclaim, lost in the winds amidst the dreams we left in trust. The porch still creaks, it sings a tune of days when you were mine. Now empty cabins fill the gaps where Joe once lay. Gravel roads whisper stories as I walk them line by line, but your shadow dances alone just out of sway. Oh, how the dandelion field fades with every setting sun. Each petal a memory, each breeze a silent cry. I roam these lands, a ghost among the rustling leaves, chasing whispers of you in the clouds and painted sky. By the creek under the moon, where promises were sown, the water still remembers the reflection of your face. I've ridden miles through storms and through the calm, yet it's your warmth I miss in this cold and lonesome place. Oh, how the dandelion field fades, but my love remains the same, as fierce as the dust kicked up by my old steed. In every town, down every road, your memory's my guide, a hauntingly beautiful curse I'm bound to heed. So I'll meet you where the field of
present softly merge. Till then I'll sing to the stars, lost in their endless maze, carrying your love as my soul's sweetest dirge.
I tied my horse just past the pine. The town looks smaller this second time. No signs of us, no porch light lit, just echoes of where ghosts once sit. I passed the church, the general store, where you once danced across the floor. But now it's dull, the windows gray, and folks don't smile or look my way. I left without a trace this time. No goodbye kiss, no borrowed rhyme, no letter carved on tabletop, no whiskey toast, no name to drop. I walked right past that broken inn where we carved hearts and busted tin. I asked the barkeep, she still come by. He said, whose son? And that's when I died. I sat alone in that corner booth, the one she'd claim like gospel truth. I ran my hand along the wood where once she swore we'd always be good. I ordered rye like back in fall, said her name soft, just loud enough to call. A couple turned and gave blank stares as if her name dissolved in air. I left without a trace this time, no boot prints in the dusted line, no glances back, no cowboy lore, just silent steps on memory's floor. I brought her name like some old song, but no one knew who it belonged. It hung in air, then disappeared like love that died when no one hears. I thought pain was missing someone, but worse is when the world forgets they ever run. So I left without a trace this time, not out of rage, not out of crime, just knew there's nothing left to find when even ghosts don't seem inclined. I tipped my hat, paid the rye, and whispered one last soft goodbye. Her name fell flat, the world stood still, she's gone, but I was never real. Out where the red oak stands, guarding the dusty plains, there's an old house that lingers beneath the skies of gray. Creaking on its porch, it holds secrets of the breeze, where we once watched the sunset, you, the mountains, and me. Oh, the wind still whisper your name through the door. Old house moans neath the weight of the love
love we wore. Every plank and nail soaked with the rains of time, aches with the memory of when you were mine. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past this broken trail. Your scarf still hangs on the hook, faded, worn and frail. That old saddle rests untouched where you left it last, by the empty cabin in the shadows that you cast. Oh, the wind still whisper your name through the door. Old house groans neath the weight of the love we wore. Every plank and nail soaked with the rains of time, aches with the memory of when you were mine. Underneath the starlit cloak I roam these lands alone. Echoes of our laughter in the twilight softly moan. I've wandered far, yet here's where my weary heart stays, in the quiet whispers of those golden bygone days. Yes, the winds still whisper your name, a haunting, tender sore. Old house stands neath the sky, bearing the love we bore. Every sunrise and set paints your face in the divine, lost in the forever where you're eternally mine. Oh, this old house lingers like the heart I can't restore.
In the shadow of the oak where the creek used to sing, there's a flannel shirt hanging, torn by the wind's wing. It was hers when the sun sets painted our dreams on the back of my saddle through whispering streams. Oh, that flannel shirt flew with the storms and the years, like my heart rides the trails of her whispers and tears. Every threadbare line, a memory of her kiss. In the silence, her laughter is what I most miss. Now the cabins lay empty, the fires burn low, gravel roads less traveled. Where does the old love go on? Stanced under starlights, now shadows confined. We're the echo of our footsteps on the old porch pines. Oh, that flannel shirt flew with the storms and the years, like my heart rides the trails of her whispers and tears. Every threadbare line, memory of her kiss. In the silence, her laughter is what I most miss. Under the vast prairie sky, I confess to the breeze, her scent in the scarf that the cold evening sees. A rider alone by lone stars overhead, holding on to a love long silent and dead. Yes, that flannel shirt flew with the storms and the years, and I've aged with the oaks, shedding old silent tears. Yet her warmth's in the weave, through the winds that persist, in the heart of a cowboy, where her memory exists.
Out in the hollow, neath the old oak sway, a cabin lies silent where we used to lay. A scarf you left hanging on the porch rail thin, rust red like the sunset, flutters in the wind. Oh, how that scarf haunts like a ghost in the breeze, twisting through the oak leaves, whispering memory. Each thread a memory, woven tight with loss, left here in the shadows of dust and tumbleweeds crossed. Seasons turn sharply like the bend in the creek, the path by the cabin, now overgrown and weak. Your laughter's a memory, faded and worn, like the leather on the saddle, from the storms it's born. Oh, how that scarf haunts like a ghost in the breeze, twisting through the oak leaves, whispering remember me. Each thread a memory, woven tight with loss, left here in the shadows of dust and tumbleweeds crossed. Underneath the starlit cloak by the fire's dying light, I reckon every flicker was a moment in your sight. Riding through these haunted plains where your echo softly calls, bound to chase your shadow in the twilight till I fall. Yes, that scarf still haunts on the old porch swinging free, a relic of the love lost twixt the prairie and me. In the chill of the night air, it dances alone, a partner now missing in the dance of the unknown. Oh, how I bear the weight of what was and will never be, with each sunset that bleeds over mountains silently.
In the shadow of an oak so grand, where once we carved our names in aged hands, the sunset bleeds through leaves like time, spilling secrets we once vowed to find. This quiet town, its whispering winds carry tales of you, the dance we'd spin, and oh, how the winds have changed, echoing your name through the frontier strange. Memory blending silence neath the starlit sky, with only the night to hear my lonesome sigh. The trail grows cold, the candle dims in the silence where our song begins. Now wandering past that empty
cabins glare, gravel roads forgotten, tales of despair. The scent of rain on dusty plains brings back your laughter, the love remains. An old porch swing sways with ghosts of your grace. In each creaking wood, your smile I trace. And oh, how the winds have changed, echoing your name through the frontier strange. Memory bled in silence neath the starlit sky, with only the night to hear my lonesome sigh. The trail grows cold, the candle dims in the silence where our song begins. Of stars, I reckon with my heart's old scars. Sometimes a man's got to lose his way to understand the price he's paid. And oh, how my heart has learned in every whispered wind your voice returned. Memory lives in silence where we used to lie. Now I sing our song to the open sky. Goodbye's a ghost on these haunted plains. In the silence, love and pain remains. The trail goes cold, the candle dims in the silence where love swims. In the hush of dusk, I feel your eyes. Memory fades, but never dies.
There's a gate outside old Durango, swings wide where the weeping willows sigh. I first saw her 'neath that hazy amber glow, reflections of the sunset in her eyes. Her laughter danced like dust on desert trails, where we carved our names in ancient oaks that night. But love, like summer rain in these dry lands, fleeting, slipping silent through my hands. Oh, the gate flew with the cold north wind, left it swinging, creaking like my heavy heart. And those plains, they stretch so lonesome, so thin, like the space now lying between our worlds apart. The cabin by the ridge stands empty, its porch still holds her scarf, now gray and warm. Echoes of her footsteps in the hallway, and the quiet whisper of the morn. The town, once vibrant, now a whisper. Gravel roads bear no more tales of yore, only shadows of two souls in the twilight. One stayed grounded, one a bird that soared. Yes, the gate flew with the Wild West wind, still swinging, moaning under starlit arcs. And the trails now overgrown and thin, run like scars across these old forsaken hearts. In the mirror of the creek, under a moon's gentle gaze, I see the years, the paths I've roamed alone, each bend and ford like chapters of our days, memories etched deep in the silt and stone. So the gate flew with her last goodbye, and it's swinging, haunting in the prairie's breath, as I straddle shadows in the failing light. This cowboy rides, lassoed by love and death. Oh, the gate flew with, the gate 'neath the western.
There's an oak tree by the cabin where our names are carved in jest, beneath a sky too wide to dream, where the sun cradles the west. That old porch still recalls your boots dancing 'neath moon's gentle sway, but now it's just a cracked frame house since you walked away. Oh, these hills echo stories as the wind moans through the sage, where every trail's a memory faded in this dusty cage. My heart's bound to the saddle, roaming land you used to grace, like a shadow 'neath the sunset since you walked away. Gravel roads we used to wander, now just tracks and beaten dust, each stone a fragment of the dreams we built on trust. Remember how the rain would fall, we'd laugh and say we'd never stray. Now it only paints old sorrows since you walked away. Oh, these hills echo stories as the wind moans through the sage, where every trail's a memory faded in this dusty cage. My heart's bound to the saddle, roaming lands you used to grace, like a shadow 'neath the sunset since you walked away. By the riverside, the willows still weep. They knew your soul, they knew mine. Their leaves whisper secrets of sweet yesterdays lost in time. And the scarf you left, it's threadbare and gray, holds the scent of a love that's decayed, a token of what I can't throw away, a remnant of you that stayed. Oh, these hills echo stories as the wind cries through the sage. Every trail's a scar, a memory in this lonely, dusty cage. My heart's tethered to the saddle under skies where stars betray, just a silhouette 'neath the moonlight since you walked away, just a whisper in the silence since you walked away. In the hush of old oak shadows, 'neath the whispering twilight sky, I recall her laughter swirling like the dust when winds were high. Barefoot steps on creaking porches echo soft as summer's breath, every board and nail a story, every silence steeped in death. Oh, those barefoot steps stood still in time on the roads where we did roam. Now I wander through the memories in the twilight I call home. Every sunset sinks just like my heart beneath horizons turning chill, where once we danced 'neath starlit skies, those barefoot steps stood still. Years have flown like leaves in autumn, drifting far from root and stem. Empty cabin windows staring like the eyes of lost old friends. Gravel roads
roads that led to nowhere now lead only to the past. Scarves that smelled of sage and freedom knew too well they couldn't last. Oh, those barefoot steps stood still in time on the trails now overgrown. With her whisper in the cedar wind, I face these roads alone. Every sunset sinks just like my heart beneath horizons turning chill. Where once we loved without a care, those barefoot steps stood still. On the ridge where dawn breaks earliest, I see her silhouette sometimes. Just a fleeting shade of yesteryears crossing o'er those blurring lines. Guess I've learned that some fond remnants, like the saddle worn and old, carry weight of souls departed in the stories left untold. So those barefoot steps stood still in time like the shadows in the dell. I wander through each whispered dream where her laugh used to dwell. As the stars peer down like watchful eyes and the night air tastes the thrill, in the quiet of the fading trails, those barefoot steps stood still. Letting go's a lonesome river, but some hearts they never will. In the silver glow of moonlit paths, those barefoot steps stood still.